Have you heard the dream of Edward Shears, a linesman proud the past 20 years, called Steady Eddie by his mates? He found himself at the pearly gates. Now Eddie stood in shocked surprise at the heavenly sight before his eyes.
I've nodded off over my bedtime cuppa. That's the last time I have cheese for supper.
His scrambled thoughts were quickly muted by a feathered doorman, sharply suited.
Edward Shears, your time is past. Your life of risk is through at last. You've been a danger, you've been a threat, and now you stand here without regret.
His voice was stern, the tone accusing. This dream was getting too confusing. Said Ed with passion.
You're talking crap. I'm not prepared to take this rap. I work the line. I'm Steady Eddie. I never climb unless I'm ready. I'm always safe. I'm always sound. Whenever I'm high up off the ground. So hold your horses, you angelic fake. I'm not falling for this cruel mistake.
The sainted one just turned and sighed.
Oh, they all say that to those who've died. Those who cause a rash obstruction deny the acts of their destruction. So prepare yourself for eternal shame. You've only got yourself to blame.
Then heavenly light began to shine, and Ed let out a desperate whine.
Just one more chance,
pleaded Eddie.
I'll show you why I'm safe and steady. It's a running joke with all the lads. I even test the depth of my knee pads. So before you blast me out of hand, let me show you where I stand.
Then a voice declared,
"Prove your worth!"
and zapped him straight back down to earth. The smoke and mist began to fade, and Eddie from a great height swayed. High up a pole, and well secured, risk assessment most assured, climbing irons clamped on tight, harness fastened, rigged just right.
What does he know, that do-good bloke? I've even tightened my pole choke.
And Eddie knew he'd made his case.
I don't take risks. I know my place. I might not fly. I don't have feathers, but I do work miracles in all weathers. So hand over hand, I'll climb on down and wipe the smile from that immortal clown. He thinks I'm stupid, thinks I'm a fool. Who'd have thought angels could be so cruel?
Eddie behind the wheel was fuming, enraged by the angel's harsh presuming.
Not a single accident on this job, and now I'm busted by St. Pete's lynch mob. I'm 10 years served, and not a snag. So what gives him the right to nag? How dare he my safety genius malign? I'll clip his wings, the cocky swine. Hey, oi! What's your game? What's the plot? I've proved me point. This dream is rot. So send me back. I'm not your man. Plus, I've left me butties in the van.
The angel's patience was sorely tested, so he did just that, as Ed requested. And at the lights, sandwich in hand, Ed was finally made to understand. Police and fire around him clustered, working slowly, never flustered, cutting, bending, wreckage creaking, the paramedic, a heartbeat seeking.
You're super safe when up at height. It's a shame you don't get home tonight. You cope with weather, avoid the lightning, but behind the wheel, you're bloody frightening.
And back they went to those cloudy gates, while Eddie pondered his dire straits.
I've learnt my lesson. I'll be more aware. Now let me awake from this nightmare.
For you, no dream,
said the celestial guard.
Your deadly driving has got you barred. You'll have time to think of your disgrace while you mend the line in a hotter place.
And so the saga comes to an end. And the lesson learned by our steady friend has made the point about careful driving. Even though Ed is dead, past reviving, working safe on sight brings praise and glory, but on the road, it's a different story. Make sure your driving needs no redeeming, because, like Ed, you might not be dreaming.